All right, I did 10 things I love and hate about Live, and now I'm going to do 10 things I love and hate about the PGA Tour. Just to be fair, right? I just want to be unbiased, neutral. I love both tours, okay? I like the PGA Tour, and I'm not going to lie, I like the Live Tour. So, and I think there's good and bad with both. And today we're going to talk about the PGA Tour and things I love about it, things I hate about it. Or not hate, just don't like. Comment below, let me know the things you like and don't like. Not hate. Oh, strong word. You should be hating things. You should just not like things. It's not my favorite. That's what we say. My wife always says, that's not my favorite. What do you think? How do I look? And she's like, that's not my favorite. Now, she likes this. Oh, by the way, these are 7 Diamonds clothes. They make great stuff, by the way. They're all over the place. Leave a link in the video description below for them with a code to use at checkout. Thank you very much. They've been great. They make great quality stuff. So give them a checkout. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. We'll have 10 of each. And I will save the number one thing I love and the number one thing I don't love about the PGA Tour. I will save that for the end. And let's see here. Number one thing I love. We'll start with things I love. Man, they created a great tradition of golf. For a number of years, they've been the standard, and it's created this tradition of golf. I like that. I like tradition. I like legacy, all that good stuff. PGA Tour is responsible for that. They were the groundbreakers. They paved the roads. They created the infrastructure. Great job. That should be commended. I appreciate that, and I honor that. So great job, PGA Tour. All right. What do I not like? Well, on the heels of that, thing I don't like is they've become too big. They're the elephant in the room, right? They're giant. They're a monopoly. I don't like that. I think what makes things great is competition. And nobody wants competition, but it makes everybody better. So you should want competition. And I think they don't want that. And I think that's bad. And unfortunately, that's where we're at. And they're fighting hard. They're fighting hard, and they're changing, which is good. But they don't want it. And you should want it. So that's bad. That's what I don't like. All right. What I love. What I do love is the fact that it's the standard for the world ranking system. Like the PGA, the DP World Tour, like they set the standard for world rankings. I like that. We should have some way to determine who are the best players in the world. And really the PGA Tour is responsible for that. So I appreciate that, and I like that. What do I not like is they've become, I'll do this, too restrictive. So they set the standard, but now they're just too restrictive over pretty much everything. They only let in terms of like outside creators or social media or what, they only let in what they want to have control over. So they've just been way too restrictive. Media right, all that stuff. Journalists, they literally handcuff you when you show up. It's crazy. So they've been too restrictive. And to me, that's a negative thing. That's bad. All right. What else? What do I love? All right. I love this. This is great. It has been the path to be for the top players. If you want to be a top player, your path is to the PGA Tour. Regardless of where you are in the world, you knew the PGA Tour was the place to be. That's the path. That's the standard. That's the expectation. That's the goal where you want to be. I want to win on the PGA Tour. They created this. That's awesome. The PGA Tour did a phenomenal job doing that. And I respect that and I honor that because you guys, again, it's just paving the way to what has become the pinnacle of professional golf. Good job. They've done great things. All right. What do I not like? You know what I don't like? The fact that this goes under too restrictive, but it's a little different. They've said no for years to social media presence unless they specifically controlled every single aspect of it. I was going to play in one of the pro-ams earlier this year, but I couldn't film any. Like, the stuff I could film it wasn't even worth it. Like, I wanted to take you behind the scenes of a pro-am, but I couldn't do it the way that I would want to do it and deliver it to you guys. So I didn't do it. Now I do that at some live events, and then people hate on me because I'm doing that. Like, I'm supporting whatever. They're there. Like, what are you going to do? They're around. They're not going anywhere. So if I can showcase you what it's like behind the scenes, I'm happy to do that. All right. So you can hate on me all you want, but the fact is the PGA Tour for a long time, and we'll see how it goes in the future. They might, start letting people in. They are a little bit, but we'll see how that transpires. But they've said no to social media big time, and I don't like that. Okay. Now, what do I love? The PGA Tour has grown the game. They obviously, as a pioneer tour, the number one tour in the world, they've done a lot to grow the game. So I love that. Good job. Like, you have grown the game. You've done a lot for kids. Unfortunately, I could say, I could say a lot of negative things about that. I'll say one negative thing about that is the fact that unfortunately, you think you own growing the game. You don't. You don't own growing the game of golf, all right? That's not a copyright. You don't have a patent on that. You don't own growing the game. You have grown the game incredibly well. But there's other ways to grow the game outside of the PGA Tour. So you don't own it. Just FYI. You don't own growing the game rights. Anyways, but credit where credit is due. You have done a great job growing the game. So on the negative side of that, I don't like the fact that you own the rights, like, to the player's name, image, and likeness at your events. Like, you own those. You own those in conjunction with. The problem is you sell them, and the players really get nothing out of it. You're kind of starting to give back to them, but to own all of that, to me, is like, it's challenging. I mean, you own everything. Now, you could argue that, hey, we created this thing and you're playing on our tour and we're giving you lots of money. Therefore, when you're out here, we own everything. You could say that. I get it. I'd probably do the same thing. I just don't like it as a viewer, because it'd be cool to see the players have some rights and access to some of the stuff that they've done on your tour. I don't have an answer for that. I just know it's like, I would do the same thing as you, but I don't like it from the players. If I were a player, I wouldn't like it. I don't know how you tackle that. I don't know. There's smart people, and let me know if you got to figure out a way. All right. Here's something I don't like. I don't like the fact that I'm back to what I love. I love the premier courses you play. Man, you play some you play some of the best courses in the world. Now, there's plenty of other courses out there, but look, Riviera, Torrey Pines, Congressional. I mean, the majors are different. They're like outside the PGA Tour, but you're at Pebble Beach. I mean, you play at some of the most beautiful places in the world, and over the years, we've really gotten used to that and accustomed and gotten to know a lot of these tracks. So, great job. Great job. You pick out some great tracks to play on. They're not always on week to week the best. They also have to factor in what's it like for a fan experience. So there's a lot of great other courses nearby where they do play, but fans can't walk around there very easily, so they don't do it anyways. But besides that, like, they do play some pretty epic tracks. All right, what do I not like? You know what I don't like, and I think a lot of the players don't like this, is that your corporate loyalty. You've been more loyal to the corporations paying for each event than you have to the players who make each event. Like, like Buick pays you to sponsor, and so you listen to Buick all day long. You do whatever they say, or FedEx or whatever. But if it's not for the players playing in that event, you wouldn't have Buick. So you should have been listening more to the players than the corporate sponsors, because this is what makes that come in. And I think they got that backwards. And I don't like that. And you were hearing more and more of that. And the players, they don't like that. And they've been speaking up for a long time, and the tour hasn't listened. They've been just greedy money grabbers. And all of a sudden they find hundreds of millions of dollars. Oh, look, look under my bed. Wow, I didn't know that was there. No. Yeah, things are coming out. And hearing that, but you knew it over the years. I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like. All right. What do I love? One thing I love. You know what? The PGA Tour is consistent. Week in, week out, I get to watch golf. It's consistent. There's always golf on. I love it. I love the game. I love golf. Great job having it week in and week out. I wish there was an off season. There used to be. When there was, I missed golf, to be honest with you. And then they did that, and I thought I loved it, and I was like, this is too much golf. I need a break. We need a gap in between seasons. Like every other sports league in the world, there's a break. We need that with golf. And so, because they added all that, then we lost that Skins game. I used to watch the Skins game with Trevino and Nicholas and those Freddie couples. Like, that was fun. Like that Thanksgiving, I would look forward to that. Like, oh, that's the only golf we're going to have until like January. That's gone. So they've been consistent. They just kind of overdid it. But the consistency of golf week in and week out has been fantastic. Love that. They did a great job. Okay. And then what I don't love, well, I kind of touched on it right there. They have too many events. 48 events or something ridiculous. I think there was 48 events. Well, there's only 50 some weeks a year. 50, whatever. Like, there's only a few weeks you don't have. Like, dude, that's too many. That's too many. And like, for guys that are like always you're not one of the top players, dude, like you can't not play because you never know when you're going to cash a check. So you basically have to play you got to play too much. And that's bad. That's bad for your life. It's just, dude, like to play on the PGA Tour, one, you have to love golf. You have to be incredibly great at golf. You have to be one of the best players in the world at golf. And then you got to travel every single week, live in hotel rooms, eat. How are you going to plan your food? And it's a mess. You got, like, forget it. Forget having a family. You know, a lot of these guys, man, their marriages are a mess. So that's sad. There's too many events. No way. Cut that down. Hate that. They are doing it. They're making changes, finally. But more changes need to be made because it's just way too many. All right. Moving on to what I love. I love, man, they really gave players a platform. A platform for other stuff, for other charitable giving, donate, like events that they can do on their own. And so that's been great. People who would never have a platform because of the PGA Tour. And, well, they probably have Tiger Woods to thank a lot for that too. But again, it was through the PGA Tour that they made it, had a platform for their other causes. And some people have done some really great things with that. So I appreciate that. Appreciate the PGA Tour for doing that. Not that other tours can't do that or won't do that, but the PGA Tour really in golf was the leader in that. So great job, and I love that about it. Moving on. And we talked a little bit about this. What I don't like is they didn't listen to the players. That's why LIV was born. It's your own fault. Like, don't blame LIV. Don't blame the money. Don't blame anything. Blame yourself. It's your own dang fault for not listening to. If you had listened to the players, this wouldn't have happened. Hello. If you had made changes and listened to Phil, he never would have left. And none of them would have left. If you had done it, you wouldn't have this problem. They wouldn't exist. You could have stopped it earlier. You didn't. You didn't listen to the players. And that's your own dang fault. So don't blame anybody. Don't have a hissy fit. Don't sue people. Like, you got nobody to blame but yourself. Live wouldn't exist today if you had listened to the players. So I wish you had listened to the players, because it is good to have all the players on one tour. I like that. Now it's different. It's kind of exciting now because there's a whole bunch of craziness going on, and I'm like a sucker for chaos. So I like it, but you should have listened. Okay, next up, what I love. Well, the PGA Tour has given back to tons and tons of charities. Great job. Leaders in that. You've given, millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in charity. That's great. We can go kind of, conspiracy theory here, and where's the, I'm just going to say, like, from an outsider's perspective, it seems like you've given a lot of money away and done a lot of great things for communities. And so I think that's a great thing to give back on that level. And I'm not going to beat up, like, maybe you could have done more, maybe not. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But from just, a bird's eye view, it seems like you've done a really good job. Congrats. All right. What I don't love is, man, you guys have just got stuck in your ways. Old school mindset. We're just going to, this is the way we do it. This is the way we always do it. You're just stuck in your ways. I'm not a fan of that. I never want to become that. I don't want to become some old man who just, he does what he wants to do. He's just going to do the same thing over. I don't want to be that guy. My whole life, I never liked, when people in my family here and there would be just like same old, never budge, always do the same thing, same breakfast every morning, same everything all the time. I don't want to be that guy. So I don't like it. I don't like when you get stuck in your ways. All right, moving on. Okay, PGA Tour, what I love, you're on TV. You're easy to watch, easy to find, easy to see. I see it all the time. It's fantastic. Great coverage. You've done a great job with your coverage over the years. You've really set the bar and done some really great things. So that I love. Good job. What do I hate? A couple more things. I don't love you've been too secretive. Like we all know DJ didn't tweak his back, falling down the stairs, and had to pull out for the Masters. All right, we know that. Like, just quit lying to us. We know he was suspended for other stuff. I don't know, but he didn't hurt his back, right? You've just been too secretive about this stuff. Just get it out there. Like, dude, so-and-so was suspended. You should ask him about what happened, but we suspended him. Just say it. Stop hiding everything. You've hidden everything. I hate that. For years and years and years. Hey, we suspended John Daly again. We did this. Say it. Don't just hide stuff. It's ridiculous. So I never like that. All right, number one thing I love about the PGA Tour. Number one thing is they set the standard for golf. They set the standard for great play, great courses, great events, great tournaments, all of that. They set the bar. And then other people came and kind of are moving the bar. But the PGA Tour set the bar. So you take credit for that. I love the fact that you did that. Good job. You should be commended for that because you really did set the bar for the best golf in the world. The number one thing I don't like about the PGA Tour, number one thing, this is it, number one. Man, it's boring. I'm telling you, not every event. The majors are much more exciting. The Open Championship was great. The Masters is great. Like all that. But again, that's not PGA Tour week in, week out. For the most part, the events are very, very boring. And we can fall asleep, take a nap. It's not exciting. You don't make it exciting anymore. We've lost the excitement. Most events are boring. That's my perspective. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you guys soon.